You cannot control other people, but you can only control how you respond to them. Keeping this in mind, today I'm going to talk about how you can manage difficult people. Hi everyone, I'm Shruti Lal, your confidence coach, and I welcome you to our channel Mind Sharnam, where we post videos twice per week on topics such as confidence, emotional balance, mindfulness, and communication. So if you think that you are interested in these topics and you would like to learn more about them, do subscribe to our channel, like, share, and do comment and ask questions if you have any. We are always responding to your comments. And if you also want to become a part of Mind Sharnam community, go ahead, check the link in description and you can become a member of our community where we share a lot of insights on these topics. Okay, coming back to today's topic, today I'm going to share with you three things, like three ways how you can manage difficult people. But who exactly are difficult people? See, sometimes we encounter different kind of people in our lives. And there are people who always blame you for certain things. Then there are certain type of people who will always find faults in whatever you say. There are other kind of people who are most of the time always negative. And then there are other type of people who will always talk bad about you or will always gossip about someone else with you. So people who give you a hard time emotionally are people who are difficult to manage. So you need to first find out who exactly are those people in your life, because it's really important to manage them. Now, you should not try to run away from these people, because if you know how exactly to manage one difficult person in life, there are countless number of people that you're going to meet in your life, and obviously you will need these ways. Now, what happens is our mind is designed in such a way that because we are primitive being and our subconscious mind is not designed and it has not been updated as our lives has been updated. So whenever we encounter a difficult person, our mind cannot understand that whether the person yelling at you is really a person or he or she is a threat, like a hound or a dog barking at you. So your mind is only focusing on fight or flight, and that's why sometimes you become aggressive or you become really defensive or you will just run away. Now, if you take control of your mind in your hand, then you will not have to worry about this problem. Now, number one, the most important thing is confrontation. Like I said, you should not run away from these people, so you need to confront them. There are ways to confronting these people. First of all, you need to understand them, why they're saying and why they're doing what they're doing. Because a lot of times what happens is people are not in their right state of mind, and that's why they do what they do. So when you know them, when you try to understand them, when you try to understand why they are so difficult, maybe they have their own issues, so you will actually empathize with them. And empathy is better. Empathy and compassion is always better than just judging them without knowing anyone. If anyone is giving you a hard time, I'm sure that person himself is going through something difficult in their life. Because it is said that hurt people will hurt people, which means that only if a person is hurt, only then he or she will hurt someone. Now, number two, there is this amazing concept that I came across in a book called The Power by Rhonda Byrne, which is in second installment of the Secret series. And in one of the chapters, she defines something called as personal emotional trainers. So she says that every single person that you meet in your life are your own personal emotional trainers. So these people or everyone is training you to choose love no matter what. Now, there are different type of emotional trainers. So if you meet someone who is very friendly with you, who always talks positive about you and with you, those people are very easygoing and they are very easy emotional trainers. But then comes another category of people who are very hard to handle, and these people are your difficult emotional trainers. So difficult emotional trainers are actually challenging you to choose love and compassion no matter what. So how do you use this? Whenever you encounter someone who is very difficult to handle, just try to choose love. Just try to find out what is good about this person, how you can show compassion to this person, how you can empathize with this person. When you do this, you won't feel threatened by them. And when you're not feeling threatened by them, you are going to respond in a positive and normal way. And the third one is the most important one, which is something that I use, and that is, and this particular technique is always going to keep your emotional balance under your control. And this is what I think is that we all live in a capsule. So if you have read biology, you would know that a cell is always surrounded by a membrane. It is like a semi-permeable membrane through which different kind of particles can cross. So there are certain particles that the cell require, which is needed for its growth and sustenance, and those particles are allowed to pass through the semi-permeable membrane. Other particles are not allowed to pass through the membrane and they are repelled back. And the traffic control of these solutes or solution or whatever particles are going inside is controlled by the cell itself. So just like the cell, you should imagine that you are surrounded by a capsule. You live inside your own capsule, which is your safe zone, which is your peaceful zone. No one can disturb you until unless you do not allow them. The traffic of any kind of feedbacks, whether constructive, destructive, or any kind of words, verbal communications coming your way, comes through your control. So if there is a difficult person who is trying to pull you down, who is trying to crush your confidence, you know what's best for you. If you can extract even a single positive thing out of that destroying or destructive feedback, take it and repel the other things. So this way your emotional balance in your control, you can control how you can respond to them. See, it's very important to have emotional balance before emotional control, before you can communicate with someone, right? If you are not under control, either you will fight or you will flight. But we have to function in that gray zone that reside between the fight and flight. And that is being reasonable, being observant, being calm, being very peaceful, trying to understand the other person and responding to them in a very positive and assertive way. When I say assertive, that means you're talking to them in a way that you tell them what you desire, what you want, and how the thing should be done, and you're also listening to them. Now I have one bonus tip. So, difficult person is your target, and every target has a weak point. So if you observe someone very closely, you'll always get to know what's their weak point. And the moment you know their weak point, you will realize that the people who are trying to pull you down, even you can pull them down. So when you know that you have that power, you don't use that power to pull them down, but in fact to empathize with them and to understand that they are not harmful. They are harmless. They're human beings just like you. They're going through certain stuff, and that's why they're doing this. This is all for this video. If you have any questions regarding how you are managing your difficult people, and if you want to share any other tips that you use in order to handle and manage difficult people, do share in the comment box. I would love to read them. And wait for next video. On Friday we'll have another video. Pankuri is going to talk about another topic, and stay tuned for that. I'll see you again in next video. Bye.